if you're in the market for a big Tex dump trailer or dump trailer period, I'm gonna give you a little information here that I've learned along the buying process and using them. And a lot of y'all already probably know some of this stuff, but some of you that don't, you're looking for information on it. I'm gonna give you what I've learned, and some of this stuff was told to me when I was shopping for dump trailers, and a lot of it's just what I've learned by having this one in particular. It's a 12-foot big Tex. I think it's like a 16 model. It hadn't been used a whole lot when I got it, but I was told, you know, just to be careful when you go to buying dump trailers. A lot of the little companies, the cheaper ones, you know, are built real light, and you know, axles aren't in the right place. I mean, you can literally load the thing down and it not put enough weight on your truck. Of course, you know how it is pulling trailers if you don't get your weight distributed right. I mean, you could sit there and spin tires on pavement. So you know, make sure you do your research. And most big Tex trailers you ain't got to worry about. I mean, you can see from my experience with this one, I think they're perfect placement. I mean, if I load just the center of it, I really don't have to think about it a whole lot. It puts good weight on my truck, and still handles a lot of weight on the trailer itself. Another thing that I was told to look for, and it makes a lot of sense, and I never thought about it, was the scissor lift. I always thought maybe the twin cylinders would be better, and you know, some of you guys may have better experience with them, I don't know, but you know, I've been told by multiple people that you get issues with one, and well, I mean, it makes the whole thing not work. You got twice the cylinders there to work on, and it's they're a real pain. The scissor lift, you know, I thought maybe it wouldn't be as stout, but I've never put anything on this trailer that it wouldn't dump off. And another thing on the lift is get one that's not power down. I didn't know, but a lot of these trailers have a power down, so they're using battery juice as you drop the bed, which is a complete and total waste of energy, and it just sucks the life out of your battery. So this is a gravity down, and works great. I mean, I've had it on heels and stuff, and it still came down great. Obviously it's got a little leg there that you can put up for safety for greasing and all that kind of stuff. I leave it up, just keep the water out of it. Obviously this one here used to have a tarp down along about halfway up, as you can see here. The guy that had it before me put these sideboards on it, which are, to me are they're a little overbuilt, but they're great. I mean, they're very well built. Works good for me because I haul a lot of wood chips and sawdust, and I can really pile it up. Dirt and stuff, I have to be careful and not, get it too deep. Obviously, you treat it just like those sideboards ain't on it. A lot of people, I've seen dump trailers just abused, and that was one thing that worried me about buying a used dump trailer, was just what all been done to it. But obviously, you can tell this one still has paint in the floor. It just never had a whole lot done through it. It was more of like a demolition type trailer. But I've used it for composting and just stuff like that, wood chips, sawdust, and horse bedding, and cleaning out stalls, stuff like that, and it's perfect. This one is a equipment hauler type, so it's got the pull out ramps in the back. I don't use it that much because obviously I don't have a lot of equipment to move around, but it's got the D-rings in it. One thing that it doesn't have and did have, and I should have paid more attention, and I figure Big Tex would be a little bit better about it, but I don't have caps right here, and I'm sure it did because it's got them over here. But should have been a hole drilled in the bottom of it, and I should have thought about it, but the first winter I had it, it filled full of water and froze and swelled, and it kind of makes this gate a little hard to close back. I mean, it's not a real big deal, but it's a little aggravating. But that's one thing, you know, pay attention to that. Put some holes in it. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. Let the water drain through it, and plus it keeps, you know, junk from getting down in it. But I like this one. It's heavy built. It's got the spreader gate on it. You can swing it open just like I did, or you can actually set chains. It's got chains on it, and then it's got the spreader gate on it, which is pretty nice for spreading gravel and stuff. So it's good built. I mean, I think I loaned it out one time, and they dumped it with the doors open. It bent a little bit, but it wasn't much to fix back. I mean, everything's pretty heavy duty, easy to build on too. It's got good heavy fenders. Another important thing, most of them do, but brakes. I mean, some people don't care about brakes, and they don't mind to burn their brakes up on their truck, but not me. I'd assume use the trailer brakes. And this trailer here, I mean, it's heavy by itself, especially with them sideboards on it. You put a good load on it, and you know, most trucks anymore are pulled. I mean, they're made to pull about anything. The problem is stopping it. You know, these little light half-ton trucks that people think are great work trucks are light, and a trailer like this will push them all over the place. So, you know, get you one with good brakes on it. This one has on both axles. Those are I think those are 6,000 pound axles, but they're the brakes work great on them, and I use them. It's got plenty of, well, get the gate open here. It's got plenty of length on the cord, like for your dump bed, which is nice. So like if you're driving in your right, or you know, just tailgating or spreading or whatever, or just need to pull up, you know, you can run it up to your truck window, and you got plenty of cord to do that. And so that's pretty handy. Let me see if I can get this up and show you. Yeah, it's got a lot of cord on it. But and honestly, it's I'll get this unwrapped here. I can kind of show you how far. Yeah, so see, it's got a lot of cord on it. Plus, I mean, if you're dumping in an empty spot you ain't real sure about, not a bad idea to be good ways away from it. But man, I've had these things pretty, I mean, I've had them on a little bit of a hill, you know. I know a lot of people talked about that, and it's pretty well spread out, and it does well. I mean, I've had it hanging the top of it, you know, and not really got too tipsy, so it's been good for that. One thing I don't like about these trailers is those hitches, because they're I mean, they're on a lot of different trailers, and they're probably the safest there are, but they're a real pain when you're by yourself. They're just, anybody that knows what they're looking at right here will tell you. Some of them have a little arm on it to where you can pull it back a little easier. This one may have, and I don't know if the guy took it off or what, but you know, the collar pops on like that, and then you have to kind of pull it back, and then it's hard to get it spread out unless you jack it down at the same time. It'll kind of spread itself open. With two people, there's no issue to it, but it's gonna look aggravating when it's just one. But it's got a good heavy jack on it. Let's see. You know, a lot of people like those ones where the wheels and tires are under the bed. To me, I don't like it. I mean, this one is wide, don't get me wrong. You got to watch it as far as dropping it off the road and these little side roads, but I like it being that wide because it's more stable. And obviously it don't put your load up so high. You know, a lot of those with the axles dead under them, I think it gets everything up too high. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've learned with this thing and the experience I've had with it, and I've been real happy with it. I've actually kept it a lot longer than I thought I would. I would love to have a gooseneck. You know, pulling this type of weight, to me, I would rather have a gooseneck to distribute the weight a little bit better. But honestly, this thing's balanced good enough. It fits really good behind my truck, and it does really well. So I hope some of this information may have helped you. It did help me when I was buying one, and I'd be tickled to death to learn something from y'all. If you want to comment or send me a message and enlighten me on something. So hope you enjoyed, and subscribe for more equipment reviews, and may do some other reviews in the future on motorcycles and just about any little thing that I use, if it can help somebody. So stay tuned. Thank you.